What's up guys, Rampage here again, bringing you today's question of the day. So for today's question, I'm going to be asking you guys, what is your favorite OU Pokemon right now? And for me, I'm going to have to say that my favorite OU Pokemon is Terrakion. I just love Terrakion. It's such a beastly Pokemon. And if it wasn't Terrakion, I'd have to say a close second would be Mamoswine. I really love that Pokemon as well. And probably in third place, that's a tough one. Maybe Hydreigon, probably. Even though I don't really use it too much, I do like Hydreigon. So yeah, I'd have to say that those are my top 3 OU Pokemon right now. But my favorite one is Terrakion. So leave your answer in the comments below, and let's get started with the battle. What's up guys, Rampage here again, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Here we have a battle against someone who actually has a weird name, but I think if you take all the X's out, it's something like xIxBxKillinx3m. Anyway, this is an OU match that I found against some dude off of Smogon. We're both using rain teams. We're both using some similar Pokemon such as Thundurus. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started with this battle. I'm going to lead off with my Thundurus, and my opponent's going to lead off with a Politoed. I kind of thought he would lead off with his Politoed, so I didn't really have to lead off with mine. I'm just going to go for Thunder first turn. Don't really know why he left his Politoed in against the Thundurus. Maybe he was just foddering it out just because its only purpose was to set up rain. I'm not sure. I would have, if it was me, I would have certainly kept my Politoed. But now he's going to go out in the Quagsire, which could have definitely taken the Thunder. And I'm just going to go out into my Politoed because Politoed should be able to deal with this Quagsire pretty easily. And I can just, try and get it with a status, either being Toxic or burned with a Scald. I am going to opt to go for the Scald, thinking that he's probably going to switch out because he really can't do much with my Politoed. And I'm going to catch the Ferrothorn on the switch. I'm going to get a crit burn. The crit was very unfortunate for him, and so was the burn as well. I don't really know how much they'll come into play too much though. Well, yeah, they kind of will. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to switch out. I don't want to take a Leech Seed or a Power Whip, or more importantly, I just want to go out into my Fortress to set up rocks because he does have 2 guys weak to rocks. But unfortunately for me, I brought the wrong Fortress, and this one has Toxic Spikes and Spikes and not Stealth Rocks and Spikes. So I'm going to not have Stealth Rocks in this game. I'm just going to settle for going for some Spikes as he goes out into his Thundurus. Now he's going to go for a sub. I'm just going to go for a Gyro Ball because I just want to get some damage on this thing to the point where I know that an Ice Shard from my Swan will be able to kill it. But he went for the sub, which was, helpful for me because now an Ice Shard from Swan will be able to kill this thing, so I don't really got to worry about it. And I'm just going to go for a Gyro Ball again just to get even more damage on it as he's going to hit me with a Thunder. It doesn't take me to my 30. Seems he doesn't have a Life Orb, so yeah. Well, it kind of makes sense since he had sub. But now he's just going to go for another Thunder to take out my Fortress. I'm just going to leave it in this Death Bother. Nothing on my team really wants to take a Thunder. And I didn't really want to switch into my Thundurus because I thought that he would probably predict my Thundurus and go for the Hidden Power Ice. So now I'm going to go out in my Swan. I'm just going to scare him out with the Ice Shard. That is what I'm going to go for. And he's going to bring out his Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn really can't take an Ice Shard after burn and spikes, and plus that crit earlier, so I guess that's where the crit kind of came into play. Even though I'm still not too sure because I do have Earthquake and Superpower on this Mamoswine, so I wasn't really worried about the Ferrothorn at all. I am going to be able to take it out though, and now he's going to go out into his Quagsire. I know I can't one-shot this thing, so I'm going to switch out. I do want to value my, well no, I think my Mamoswine has great value later on in this battle. It can help take out the Tornado, so I'm going to keep it. So I'm going to switch out into my Politoed, who can take the Waterfall, and then I can just, try and go for a Toxic on this thing. He has no more Steel types, and I don't believe he has any Poison types, so I'm just going to go for the Toxic, and he's also going to go for the Toxic, which is whatever, don't really care too much. And yeah, that's pretty much that exchange. What am I going to do after all these after turn effects? He's going to switch out into his Tornadoes. I believe I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam. I was going to go for Scald, but I wasn't sure whether that Quagsire had Water Absorb or Unaware. So I'm just going to play it safe and go for Ice Beam just to try and get some damage. Luckily, I do catch the Tornadoes on the switch, so that's going to be doing a decent chunk to this thing. But I don't want to take a Hurricane from this, definitely when I have my Tornadoes checked, my Jirachi. So I'm going to go out into Jirachi to take said Hurricane, and he is going to go for Hurricane. It's not going to do anything to Jirachi, and I could, just threaten this thing out with a Thunder. So that's the plan. I see that this thing has life orb, or I mean leftovers. Actually, that probably was revealed the last turn. I just didn't say anything about it. But I'm going to go for sub. For some reason, I'm outspeeding that Tornadus, and he's just going to go for U-turn. So me outspeeding that Tornadus is very important for me to notice and, you know, keep in the back of my mind. But anyway, he's going to U-turn out into his Quagsire. I'm just going to go for Water Pulse just to see what type of Quagsire it is, and he does turn out to be the Water Absorb variant, which is fine, I guess. I guess I'll just have to stall him out with the Toxic a bit. He's just going to go for the Earthquake. That will break my sub, and yeah. So I'm just going to try and stall him out with the Toxic, so I'm just going to go for a sub, and he's going to go for the Waterfall now. I guess he was probably predicting my not my Tornadus, my Thundurus to come in, because I could have predicted his Earthquake or something like that. I'm not sure. But I'm just trying to stall him out with the Poison, just so that I can bring in like my Mamoswine or something, go for like an Icicle Crash, and take out this Quagsire. So I'm just going to keep subbing down. He's going to go for the Waterfall. This time it's going to break my sub as well. He gets a crit. Didn't really matter because he's in rain and whatnot. Stab, and it's going to break my sub regardless. So yeah, and I don't really care too much because I'm just, like I said, just trying to stall out this Quagsire. Going to go for one last sub, and he's going to go for the Waterfall again, and that's going to break my sub again. And yeah, and the poison damage is actually racking up quite a lot, so this is a pretty good position for me. And I believe I'm just going to switch out now because I figure I could use my Jirachi as Death Water later. So I'm going to go out into my Politoed, because Politoed should be able to take a Waterfall and or an Earthquake. But he's actually going to switch out into his Tornadus, which is fine by me as well. I'm just going to switch back out into my Jirachi because I know that the Hurricane is most likely coming, and I could just use Jirachi as Death Fodder. And that's pretty much what I saved my Jirachi for anyway, as Death Fodder, so that's what I'm going to switch it in as. And he is going to go for the Hurricane, take me out. Now I can go out into my Thundurus. I know that I outspeed because my Jirachi outsped that Tornadus. So I'm actually going to go for the Hidden Power because I just wanted to get damage on that Tornadus if he wanted to stay in. I knew that his Thundurus or the Quagsire were likely switching, so I just wanted to play it safe and go for the HP Ice. Now he's going to go out into Machamp for some weird reason. Maybe he thought he could live a Thunder. I thought he was just trying to bait me to go for Thunder so he can go out into his Thundurus. So that probably wasn't a good play on my part going for the Thunder, but it works out because I'm able to take out the Machamp. Now he's going to go out into his Thundurus. He does win the speed tie, and he's going to take me out with an HP Ice, which is fine by me because I do have my Mamoswine, and Mamoswine can pretty much revenge kill this Thundurus, and it can also 2-hit KO the Tornadus in case that wants to switch in. But he's just going to keep his Thundurus in. I'm going to go for the Ice Shard, and that is going to be able to take out the Thundurus easy. So now his last guy is his Tornadus. I do have my Swine with the priority Ice Shard, and that's what I'm going to opt to go for. I know that it really can't take it out without the Stealth Rocks, but that's fine because I do have my Scarf Garchomp on his team, so I just need to get damage on this Tornadus, and I get enough damage to where a Garchomp's Outrage will be able to take it out, even though Outrage probably would have taken it out from full. Not sure. Tornadus is a little bulky. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. He's going to take me out with a superpower, which is fine because I can just go out into my Garchomp now. I can go for the Outrage, and that's definitely going to be enough to take out this Tornadus. So that's going to be my match. So that was a pretty fun game, pretty good one. It's actually been pretty hard for me to find a good battle lately. Like the last 5 battles I had were complete garbage, but yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please push that like button. Also leave a comment. I do enjoy reading your comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the near future. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Rampage here, signing out. Peace.